Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Now this is an M12, the tier 6 or tier 7 rather, American SPG, and we're located on the north spawn of Steps, and it's being commanded by Max Shepard, and battle is about to commence. Now we can see the M12 actually carries a log. That's useful for actually getting it out when it gets stuck into the ground. Now the M12 is actually based on an M3 chassis, and you can see that because of the cast chassis parts. The same as on the M3 and also on the M4 until they actually redesigned it. And that meant that it could actually be built and put together really quickly. Now they built 100 M12s. They built 60 in 1942 and another 40 in 1943. Now he's managed to get some stun damage on that T-71 straight away, but now he's looking for an ISU 122, and he's fired a round in clutch. Wasn't fully dialed in on the target, so he wasn't going to get an accurate shot there. But it was on the fly because there was a possibility there was an enemy there. It's always useful to try and shoot at places where you think the enemy is going to be. And I wouldn't fire there because I think you'll actually stun your teammate. Yep, I think he realises that. Not a wise choice to stun your teammates. And that AMX 1375 has been excited by the sudden appearance of enemy. Now, we've got a Challenger tank there. Now he's firing at that position. That normally somebody will sit behind that bush, or the other one just a little further up. Okay, it's loaded. It's got some targets on the east side of the map. Normally that's where you would appear to see the mediums, but we've got a pair of heavies here. A Black Prince, and I think the other one, I think it was a T-34, but he got a near miss there on that Black Prince. Oh, it was a Tiger P. Right. Now he's looking towards the south, and he's getting a request for fire on this IS. He's getting a request from his teammates, and that's why you can see the circle with the crosshairs through it. And there's an AT-7 there who's also being quite dangerous to his teammates right now. Fires a round in. No, it goes long. You really need to let the aim dial in on these Artys. If you don't dial in the fully aim, the shell will go astray. It will miss the target altogether. Okay, that AT-7 is now facing off against his teammate there in the 4503. Round out. That was fully dialed in, and he hit the target. 178 hit points. Good strike. Stunned the target. That will help. And he's picking up stun assist from the AT-7, so that's useful. He's down to 5% now. He's almost reloaded. Here we go. Dialed in. Round out. Kill shot. 57 hit points and a kill. That's what shows. If you let the aim dial in on the target, you can get direct hits, and that is really helpful to your team. Now, that KB3 is also being a nuisance. He's moving up. He's the next target. Okay, he's dialed in, round out, and he gets a hit. 500. Oh, he got 302 hit points. That's what's been recorded. And that IS is making a quick dash, using the wreck for cover. He's moving up as fast as he can, but that's a bit of a silly move because he's losing hit points now. And he's trying to use that wreck for cover. That means he's staying virtually stationary. Round out on the KB3. It stuns both of them. Now, halfway through the load cycle, can he get another round in that will take out both of those? It'd be nice if you could get a bombardier. 2 kills, 1 shot. Well, he's aimed at the IS, so I think he's going to hit the IS and kill him. Round out. And he does! 54 hit points. Fully dialed in. It works. It works nearly every time, actually. Nearly every time. I mean, you get some RNG where the shell will go astray. But that one worked. It hit the target. The IS was a bit silly to make that move forward when he couldn't get his teammates to move up with him. If they'd all moved together, it would have been very difficult to defeat them. And that round goes in. He gets a direct hit again. 217 hit points. Good strike. Now that IS-2 is in a whole world of danger now. He's got several tanks ahead of him in good defending positions. Plus, of course, he knows that there's Arty there, because 2 of those tanks have just gone down to Arty. In fact, 3 of them went down to Arty. All down to Max Shepard. Round out on the IS-2. Splashes him for 28 and 3 critical hits. Some of those critical hits have got to be crew members. And he's holding the aim there, which means he's fully dialed in all the time. The M12 has actually got a useful field of fire. You can see it's got quite a wide field of fire compared to some of the other higher tier Artys. And again, he's got a splash. 325 hit points, 2 critical hits. Now the IS-2 is trying to make movement forward, and whilst the enemy has managed to deal with that 4502 that was defending and the T-34, they've still got the problem of a T-29 and a Tiger P. Now, he's in defilade of that rock face near at the moment, so because he's got a red line, you see, the shell would definitely hit the rock face before it hit the IS-2. So he needs for that IS-2 to be seen the other side of the rock. Okay, there he is. He's been seen. Dialed in, round out, and he hits it. 221. He's down to 39% of his health. They are 3 tanks ahead at the moment. There's only 4 enemy left. This IS-2, a Tiger P, a Lorraine 15550, and the Challenger is just taken out. So that means they are down to 3 tanks. Here comes the Lorraine, who's moving rather rapidly, and that shell's going to miss. Yep. I didn't give enough lead to that. The Lorraine's a very fast tank. It's built on the chassis of a Lorraine 40T tank. So it's actually quite fast. It's a medium tank with a big howitzer on top. Okay, there it goes. Oh, and the Tiger P's... Yeah, the Tiger P gets a chunk of him. Will that Lorraine try and derp the Tiger? And that shell comes in and wipes out the Lorraine. So that was a bad choice by the Lorraine to do what he did. But he can't fire at the IS-2 now because it's just danger close. But the enemy has been taken out, and that's the last enemy, so they've won the battle. Okay, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And that was a good battle. It's a first-class tanker for Max Shepard in the M12. He also picked up a Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He got 12 in that one. He got 4 critical hits alone from the IS-2. He tracked him and he took out the driver and the gunner. So that's going to have cost the IS-2. It's why he was poor on mobility. We can see that he got a win rate of 2,666 on that battle, which that's a decent score. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, when it came to team scores, he was 4th on damage with 1,718 hit points. He was beaten by the IS, who got 1,892. When it came to kills, well, he managed to get joint 2nd place with the Tiger P. They had 3 kills apiece, and he could have he was beaten by the T-34 2GFT, the Chinese tank destroyer, who managed to get 4. But when it came to base XP, he was highest with 977 experience points. If we look at the detailed report, when he fired 16 rounds, he got 6 direct hits, 6 penetration and 10 splash. He did damage of 1,718 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 7 of the enemy, but only killed 3 of them. But he did do stun assistance of 1,506 hit points off 13 stuns. On a premium account, he made 41,156 credits, and he had a personal reserves bonus going at the same time, so he picked up another 10,289 credits off that. So his total came to 51,444, and after ammunition resupply he had 33,524 credits spare. He received 1,465 XP, but it was times 3 for the first victory of the day, and he had a personal reserves bonus going there as well for 732, so his total came to 5,129. So a really good battle by Max Shepard, and once he'd actually dialed in the aim, he was getting the hits right really nicely. So well done indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in our next video.